I'm making this review because I just came from watching the new Captain America movie, and it's almost like I saw a different movie from everyone else. The movie I saw was pretty good. I've seen reviews to where they're saying it's like the worst MCU movie, and it wasn't the best by far. Even out of like the more like recent movies, like everybody keeps saying like the MCU sucks and it's going downhill. Man, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Deadpool and Wolverine were some of the best, and I actually liked that last what was that? The Doctor Strange movie. I like that movie a lot too, but I don't know. Different strokes for different folks. Anyway, this movie was basically the leader, the guy that got the Hulk's blood in his brain. He was being used by the now President Ross, to like heal his heart. I guess he had heart disease, and also because he's so smart now, he's pretty much like the guy from Limitless. So he used him to become president, and whatever President Ross is up to now, he used the leader to become all that, which is cool. And I guess the leader knew he was going to double cross him, and he was never going to let him out of prison, even though he was able to get out of prison on his own, whatever. So in order to repay him, I guess for the time spent in jail, he gave him these pills that cured his heart disease, but made him a Hulk, the Red Hulk, unbeknownst to him. So pretty much all through the movie, the president doesn't know that he's a Hulk, and the leader is trying to get him to turn into the Hulk in different places. So he's on this aircraft carrier, and the guy's trying to get him to Hulk out. He's giving a speech at the White House, and the guy's trying to get him to Hulk out, right? Which I think is actually pretty smart and a good idea. He's turning the guy into what he hates the most, and for time spent. Good. I love a good revenge story. The only things that kind of bugged me were I thought that new Falcon, Bucky, and you could have brought in She-Hulk, the regular Hulk, his son, I guess. And I'm trying to think of who else is like, what other Avengers he could have brought in to stop this new raging Hulk. If they weren't going to bring in all the other new Avengers, or I mean, what Avengers they have left, I kind of feel like, man, at least the Hulk, She-Hulk, and Bucky, I just don't think that it was and I know why they did it, to save some money or whatever, but I just don't feel like just Falcon fighting a Hulk by himself is like realistic. You have this movie, it's about like espionage, and like it's a political thriller. It's as realistic, as like that was kind of like the difference between like the first Captain America. Even though you got the super soldier serum, and you got the people with superpowers and everything, it was kind of more realistic. Then when you got Falcon, new Black Panther, even though he did have some Wakanda tech, I just, with the Wakanda tech, and I realized it's like he has the wings. Black Panther didn't have that, but it's still like, I can't imagine, like, you look at the Black Panther, he has superpowers, and he has with the first Black Panther movie, and in both the last two Avenger movies, he has the suit to where it absorbs kinetic energy, and then he's able to manipulate the kinetic energy however he wants. He normally does like a ground pound, and then it just does like a concussive blast, right? So with him being able to do that, Black Panther, I couldn't really see him beating the Hulk, right? So to see Falcon doing it, I don't know. And then just him going toe to toe with the Hulk, I felt like it should have been in the beginning of the movie. President Ross tells uh, Captain America to start, a new Avengers team. So I felt like instead of him like investigating like all through the movie what was going on, I felt like, yeah, he should have done that, but as a part additionally, he should have been putting together or assembling what he could of Avengers, right? He should have got the Hulk on the phone. He should have gotten, like I said, Bucky. I mean, he had Bucky come and talk to him. I was like, okay, we're getting there. And then the next thing you know, he loses the new Falcon during a fight before the final battle, and then he's just like on his own. I felt like that wasn't the best move to make, and I don't know. I kind of feel like Marvel dropped the ball with that. Like he really should have had some help fighting the Hulk. Uh, and I kind of feel like it would have been cool if he did Hulk out, but because Ross, he's a military guy and everything. I think it would have been cool if they would have had those other Avengers, and because he, is militarily trained and everything, that's why they need everyone, because he like knows what he's doing, and he's able to make short work of even like a Hulk, right? I felt like he should have almost been like a Thanos to an extent with his combat experience. I mean, I know the Hulk did beat the Abomination, and he was a super soldier slash, Hulk or whatever. But I feel like, Ross has so many more years of combat experience and everything. I don't know. For me, I felt like they dropped the ball with that. And then as opposed to him um calming him down, I wish they would have went with how Ross is supposed to just like overheat, because he grabs the ground and the ground is burning when he's turning, so it's like he's really hot, right? So why not have him overheat and that be, but I guess they couldn't do that because Falcon wouldn't be able to go toe to toe with him long enough, right? So I can see where you can kind of like nitpick it, but the limitless plan that the leader has, and another thing is, I don't get why the leader looks so weird. I mean, the top of his head, it looks like his brain is kind of come out of his skull. And I guess I get that, but if you look at like the back of his neck, it looks like almost like he has like cauliflower ear, and it almost looks like a fungus like spreading, right? It just doesn't look right. One of his eyes is, yeah. What else can I say about this movie? I liked it. I could see how people could nitpick it, right? But if you're just going for the action, and another thing is, they kind of wait until the very end of the movie for there to be a Hulk. I feel like on the aircraft carrier scene, if he would have hulked out, Falcon and him fight him, and he would have stayed the Hulk, and then maybe ran to the White House or ran to his daughter like they did in the 2003 Hulk. He's going for his daughter. If he would have done something like that and then they assembled and fought him, I think that would have worked better than just one Hulk scene at the end. Red Hulk, I'm sorry. What other things? Yeah, for me, the movie was like, I kind of want to say like an 8, but um, I have to go not. I mean 7. When I first got finished watching the movie, at the end you're kind of like, why the hell didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? But I still like the movie a lot, right? But yeah, with that said, I mean a 7.5. There's no way in hell. It's almost like I saw a different movie from everyone else. They're saying it's like Quantumanium and Thor: Love and Thunder. Like those movies, they didn't have anything that I liked, right? Um, I felt like those movies dropped the ball in like so many different ways. It was almost disgusting what they did with like the bad guy and Thor: Love and Thunder. I was really excited about that movie. I really liked the character Gore. I hadn't bought a comic book in so long, and I bought the comic book where Gore comes. Uh, what Quantumanium? I was like, what the hell? They didn't do anything with uh, what's that? Kang the Conqueror. I was like, they're doing better with Kang in the Loki TV show than they did with Kang in Quantumanium. The second Thor movie, they were comparing movies to where there was like nothing really that you would like. They're comparing that to, and I don't see how you could do that. You had the really good revenge plot. You had and it was stupid. It was like, so, so Captain America gives the soldier the pills that Ross has. He finds him in this military base, but whatever. Anyway, so he gives them to this person to find out what the pills were. Then, right when the guy is gonna call Captain America, the soldier is gonna call Captain America about the pills. He finds out what's in them. The leader shows up and kills the guy, and then right after that, fast forward like, not even 5 minutes, he goes and tells. I guess he wanted to tell him in person. He didn't want the guy to tell Captain America for some strange reason. I didn't see how that would really make a difference. The leader telling versus the army guy. So he somehow finds the guy and then kills him. I don't even know how he knew that the guy was finding out what the pills were. I don't even know how he knew, but whatever. Yeah, and that was kind of ridiculous. I was like, what the hell? What does it matter? But yeah, you can nitpick any movie and make little stupid stuff about the movie. Like I've seen movies that I loved as a kid, and this is why I don't do that nitpicking bullshit. I've seen movies as a kid, and then I'll go back and watch them, even really good movies. And, I'll notice like little stupid stuff, but little stupid things aren't gonna like make me hate a movie that had like a really good action scene. You could even say that there was 2 really good action scenes in a movie. I'm an action junkie. Uh, and then you got a good revenge plot, right? You're not gonna make me hate a movie by nitpicking it for a couple of little dumb things when you have 2 pretty good action scenes and a nice little revenge tale, right? A nice little plot twist at the end. Turning a guy into what he hates most, and basically getting him as the president to kill a bunch of people at the White House. I thought that was a really good twist, right? I can't even think of a good movie twist in the last maybe like few years that was as good as that. But yeah, the reason why I even did this review, I was thinking about it. I'm like, all these negative reviews and all these people hating on this movie and saying it's the worst Marvel movie is bullshit. There is no way in hell that this isn't. I'm thinking of like No Way Home. I leaving this movie No Way Home after I got finished watching that movie. I was very underwhelmed with all the action scenes, um, the nostalgia and everything. Spider-Man 2 from what was that 2004 was one of my favorite movies, and I liked Andrew Garfield a lot as Spider-Man. You know, it kept like kicking you in the butt with all the nostalgia and everything. But aside from that, like I said, I really didn't like the action in that movie, and I mean, you could nitpick the hell out of that too, right? But a lot of people that nitpick the heck out of that movie, um, you know, I saw some of the reviews of this, and they didn't nitpick the hell out of Spider No Way Home, but they did with this. Then, what was that other one? There was another recent. Comic book movie everybody was making a big deal of. I didn't Shang-Chi, I really didn't care for that too much. The action was whatever. I didn't The last final battle wasn't as good as this one. What else? I actually liked Doctor Strange a lot. I would say Doctor Strange was a better movie than this. I like that more. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was yeah, it was better than this. I would give that like an 8 or a 9. No, I would give that a 9. I would give Doctor Strange 2, whereas then I was really excited and like I hyped that movie up and I was a little disappointed. I would still give it like an 8. Shit, I think I would give Guardians of the Galaxy 3 like a 9.5. That was a damn good movie. I actually cried watching that shit. And I like the action and everything. Yeah, that's a 9.5. Strange 2, 3, yeah, 2. That was a 8. I'm trying to think of some other, what other recent. I would give Spider-Man. I went back and watched it like a year after it came out. I was like, what the hell is this? This movie sucks. I would say that was like a 5 or 6. This movie is better than that movie. There's no way you can convince me that this Captain America Brave New World is a worse movie than Spider-Man No Way Home. There's no way that Shang-Chi was better than this movie. There's no way Thor Love and Thunder was better than this movie. There's no way that Black Widow was better than this movie. There's no way what the hell was that? I'm trying to think. What was the name of what was that? Can't even. Eternals. There's no way Eternals was better than this movie. I did like Eternals, but it's not a better movie than this movie. And anyone saying that this is one of the worst MCU movies, it wasn't one of the best for sure. But since Endgame, it's one of the. I liked it better than Black Panther, Wakanda. What was that? Wakanda Forever. It was better than that movie, right? I guess, you know, a lot of people are on that not my Steve Rogers or not my Captain America bullshit. That's the only way I can explain it, because the nitpicking and the hate, it's just bullshit. But anyway, I guess I'll end it with that. If you did watch my review all the way through, thank you. But yeah, that's all I have to say.